Hi, beautiful souls. I'm just sharing a little light today on peaceful, balanced communications with others. I've noticed recently um, a few dear ones that are somewhat needy, and in their neediness, they repel. And of course, they don't realize this, and it's not always easy to relay this to somebody else. Because when somebody is needy, it's born from a deep-rooted fear of lack, of not being enough, not feeling confident within themselves. Whether that where that was born is up to their journey, down to their journey, I should say. But either way, people do have to become aware of the person that they are and how they're showing up. And even if a person's eyes aren't glazing over when you're talking to them, there is a sense of feeling, of knowing when it's time to move on and let that person just be, or give them a bit of space maybe for them to speak and say what they wish to share. This neediness, which is an epidemic, in fact, is just doesn't have to be that way. We can communicate with a lot more love and understanding and empathy, with a sense of boundaries, allowing other people to have their space, not crossing that line. For instance, if you're standing next to another person and they get right into your space, what does that tell you? And this is about higher discernment. This isn't a judgment, although it can be a judgment, but it is higher discernment. That they are feeling that they need to be as close to you as possible for whatever reason that is. It's something that we learn as we grow. It's something that we feel as we grow. It's something that comes from intuition, from insight, from foresight, from higher understanding. These are from higher gifts. They come from the higher gifts, from a person that has empathy for others, can feel others, and knows what it feels like to have other people come into their space and make them feel uncomfortable. And it has to be addressed. When somebody is in your space or disrespecting your boundaries, if you don't say something, they will never learn. They will never get it, and they will not like it. And unfortunately, this is the case. You can be a kind person. It doesn't mean that you're going to be liked all the time. Because a lot of people want you to lose your boundaries and not have boundaries because it suits them. There's a lot of people that are very needy, that will show up and will talk at you and will expect you to be a way that they want you to be, because that's what suits them, because it's easier for you to be the way they want you to be than for you, or at least for them, to actually make necessary changes and do the inner work so that they have more peace and equilibrium. Never feel that you can't address something straight on, head on. It's vital that we share and we communicate with one another, not in unkind ways, in loving ways, what is acceptable for us and what is not acceptable for us. Because without these very clear expressions of how we're feeling, nobody ever learns. Avoidance doesn't teach anything. Running away doesn't teach anything. We don't grow from that. But we do grow when we say, you know what? I just want to say that I feel that you're just a little bit in my space and I would appreciate it if you could just give me a little bit more room so that I can breathe and process whilst I'm around you. Now, some people might go, what do you mean by that? Well, what do you mean? Did I offend you? I'll let you work that out. I'm not saying you offended me. I'm just saying that I require more space and you're just in my space too much. If we're going to be really strong in our inner power, we have to be really strong in all ways that we're living our lives. We have to be able to stand up and say the things that we really feel inside. We have to be able to address whatever is showing up in our life that may be not in resonance with us. And whilst we have our open hearts, loving all as one, we can still love all and let them know if there is something that is not resonant for us. And when we do this, we also allow others to be able to express themselves clearly too. I wish you all joy and peace. Have a beautiful day. And don't sell yourself down the river, appeasing others just because they don't have any sense of boundaries. Many blessings.